All right, all right.
All right, yes. What's going on, world? It's your man, buddy Rahming. We are back at it with the first episode of the What's Going On, What's Really Going On,
What's really
going on podcast. So I'm here with the co-host in the building, Mr. Tony Washington.
Yes, sir. What's going on, folks?
Yes, y'all. This episode of What's Really Going On is brought to you by Funny Bidness Comedy and Bonita Entertainment Studios.
Yes,
and shout out to Crown North Talent. For bringing everybody together so we can make this here podcast off and popping.
Shout out to Crown North.
Yes. Shout out to Crown North. So we just gonna get it in, man. We just gonna get in this podcast. Like I said, it's called What's Really Going On, and we just gonna talk about what's really going on.
What's really going on.
What's really going on and stuff like that. Tony?
Not just what's going on, but what's really, because there's some things that's going on, and it's kind of like they don't tell you the whole story. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tell you the whole story, man.
Yeah, Tony's gonna educate y'all because I don't really be know what's through hip. I get all my news from Black Twitter, so we're gonna
Black Twitter.
we gonna always see what's going on and stuff like that. So Tony, you had a couple of topics and conversations that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We're gonna try to bring you some really in depth journalism here. So you can really know what's going on. But anyway, we're in October. No, not October. I'm a little ahead of myself.
August. We're not even in September.
I'm a little ahead of myself. I like to stay ahead of myself, but that's too far ahead of myself. But we're in August 2023, and there's a lot going on this month.
Yeah, it's been we just had the 50 years of hip hop. Cool.
Just had 50 years of hip hop this month.
Yeah,
August 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then hip hop, and then Michael Jackson's birthday was the 29th.
Okay.
Of August. The man.
Yeah. What was your connection to Michael? Because I'm saying not young, but I mean, like I said, when Michael Jackson died, I think I was in college. I was in college at the time and stuff like
when he died.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was your connection to Michael Jackson to where because everybody nowadays compares the next artist that artist is next Michael Jackson, or they're that Michael Jackson is that pedestal for the greatest, the GOAT, if you will. The GOAT is the GOAT is the greatest of all time and stuff like that. What was it for you growing up, listening to Michael Jackson, watching Michael Jackson, seeing everybody soak up that Michael Jackson aura? What was it to you to where you're like?
Well, rest in peace, Michael Jackson, one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Mike, I mean, from the time he came out, man, as a kid, man, I mean, the guy was incredible. And, and the thing about it, still to this day, he did that Thriller album, with the legendary Quincy Jones, producer, right? And to this day, that's still the biggest selling album ever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 70 million albums.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And still to this day, I think it's the biggest selling album. So, I mean, the guy just set this milestone, and, he just, I mean, he was Mike, man. I don't know about those Michaels, man, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, so, but yeah, the guy was incredible, and, I don't know that there will ever be another someone of that stature in the music industry.
No, well, I don't think there can be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I said earlier, everybody, when you look at whoever the greatest artist is right now, or whatever artist is of their generation, like right now the greatest artist may be Drake, you know what I'm saying? Before that, maybe it was Usher,
right,
things like that. But that they always compared them to Michael Jackson. Whoever the next biggest artist is after Drake, they're not going to compare him to Drake. So they're going to compare that artist to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, still he has set that standard, and everything. But you know what? I remember before Michael Jackson even came out. You had James Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? James Brown was the man. you know, and he was the man all the way up until till he died, you know. But and that's who Michael Jackson was influenced by.
No, yeah, you can definitely tell.
You know what I mean? James Brown and Jackie Wilson, you know, and also Prince was, you know, influenced by James Brown as well. So, you know, so but yeah, Michael Jackson, man, the guy was just he was phenomenal. I remember he did the Motown 25. You know, I mean, he was doing his thing, you know, ever since he was, you know, a young kid, you know. But when he did what was it, the Motown 25, and did the moonwalk and all that, man. I mean, he just, and then I remember at the Grammys at one time, he just swept the Grammys, man. I mean, he just kept winning, you know, awards, you know, that night, you know, and so that established him as basically the king, you know, as well. So there were certain time periods, man. He was always reinventing himself, you know.
Well, yeah, he went from black to white. That's the ultimate reinvention right there.
What did Kanye say? He said,
"I got a dark skinned friend look like Michael Jackson. Got a light skinned friend look like Michael Jackson." Yeah.
You know, so you know, I mean, you know, Michael's everything, man. He was black, he was white, he was, you know. I mean, but he was the man, and I think, you know, a lot of people in the industry have learned from Mike too. You know what I mean? I mean, they learned the business from Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Between Michael Jackson and Prince, yeah, they were ones that definitely put the artist up on the business side.
On the business,
of
exactly.
The music industry.
Exactly. You know. So I mean, you can credit Mike for so much, man. And you know, when, you know, yesterday, when it was his birthday, man, I was like, man, that dude, you know, he really left. You know, and that sounds better, actually. That sounds better, actually. And you know, he just really left his mark, you know, on society, you know, in the industry. And he broke barriers too, man. You know, I don't know. You know, back in the day, I remember when MTV kind of came out. I'm telling my age, man.
It's all good, man.
You know, sure. But
back when they played music videos.
When they played music videos, you know, basically, I believe it was strictly music videos at first. You know, but they were playing a lot of white music, you know, videos. You know, pop, rock, you know, rock and roll. You know. But they wasn't playing too many black, you know, films and everything. I mean, not films, but black, you know, music.
Yeah.
You know, and everything. And then, but you know, Michael Jackson, man, he broke that barrier. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and he just broke the color barrier. Period. You know, because everybody liked, you know, Michael. And then he was on a label that was that broke barriers too. You know, Motown, you know, broke barriers. You know, I mean, everybody, you know, listened to Motown. You know, and everything. So you know, but Mike, man, I mean, the guy was just so incredible, and I just hated to see how, you know, as he got older, you know, how he kind of somewhat digressed in a way. It seemed like, you know what I mean? I mean, he was still a man. But, you know, he had all the little scandals and
yeah,
you know,
that goes with the territory, though. That just goes with the territory of, like, just being a public figure.
Yeah, being a public figure, that's true. That's true. And, you know, I don't know, but, you know, those things they were talking about with the kids and all that stuff, man, you know, that was just like, you know, it kind of messed him up in a sense, you know, whether it was true or not, you know. And the fact that he, you know, I think he paid one kid off. You know, and I'm like, damn, Mike, why would you pay somebody if they lying on you? You know what I'm saying? They lying on you, trying to mess up, you know, defame your name, and you know, and you gonna pay them?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, but you know, Mike was like, he paid him just to go away.
Sometimes that's what you got to do, because sometimes it's not even worth it. Even if you know you're innocent, it's not worth the headache of going through the whole court trial system, but then not only that, but just the court of the public opinion.
The court of public opinion.
So I just want these tabloids to go away. So just
right,
and go.
And you know, and even then, sometimes it still don't go away.
No, I mean we're still talking about it now.
Yeah,
I mean there's still people trying to accuse him of. I mean now that he's gone, people still trying to sue like his estate, stuff like that. So
yeah. So. You know, but you know, it's a funny thing, man. But you know, the guy was just so incredible, man. You know, I mean, his dance move, and he always had he always innovated, his dance moves. You know what I'm saying? And we was just always excited to see, when he came on stage or did his thing, and everything. So, but yeah, the guy was one of the most incredible. And I don't know anybody. I mean, we talked about hip hop and everything, like you talking about Drake, but I don't know anybody that really had that stature.
No, there was nobody.
Of Michael. You know what I mean? I mean, Michael came out, man. It's like everybody loved Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like some artists, man. Nowadays you got no matter how big you are, you got some haters.
Yeah.
I don't know that Michael ever had haters, man. Especially during the prime of his career.
Did him and Prince ever have any type of funk, or what was that?
Prince, him and Prince, man, they were very competitive, man. And they, I know they both wanted to work together. And then I think from what I understand, Michael wanted Prince to be in the Bad music video.
Oh, okay.
And everything, but when the song first came on, Michael said, "Your butt is mine," and Prince was like, "Well, I don't know if I want Michael saying
that to me,
saying that to me, I don't want to be in the video and Mike talking about your butt is mine, you know what I'm saying?" So I think, I don't know if that was the actual thing that made, Prince, turn it down or whatever, but they both were competitive and, and they both was, I mean, when you comparing the two, man, it's like you don't know who to go with, as the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because they kind of both are the GOATs.
Yeah, it's different, different strokes for different folks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same line debate with, people be like, Jordan and Kobe, or
right.
Jordan or LeBron. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But like
LeBron, LeBron is the man. You know what I'm saying? But he's not the man. I mean, let me put it like this: from what my perspective is, he's the man because he's an incredible human being.
Yeah.
I love LeBron the man, LeBron the father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as basketball, saying that he's the GOAT, I wouldn't consider him the GOAT. He's an incredible player and he's still playing, after all this time. And I'm sure he's going to continue to do some great things, even, as his career progresses. But the GOAT?
What is your criteria for somebody being the GOAT? Because people look at it like with the debate between, let's say, if we're going LeBron and Michael, they'll look at like LeBron's like span of being in the NBA for so long. So if you're doing something for so long, of course you're supposed to get some accolades and all the rewards and achievements, stuff like that. But then people look at it from the standpoint of Michael Jordan, who was only in the league for 15 years.
I think about 15, yeah.
Yeah, about 15 years, and like I said, there was about 3 retirements in between there and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
it was.
So,
yeah.
And then so with that,
at least 2.
Yeah,
at least two. So
you just look at it from that standpoint of because he retired from the Bulls once.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and then they did the second three-peat. He retired, and then he came back when he was owning the Wizards. Yeah, so Michael Jordan retired maybe 3 times.
About 3 times, you're right.
For what he did, for what he did in that time span of just 15 years.
Yeah.
People look at it, it's like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Whereas like you have to appreciate it because it was just like it was like over the blink of an eye compared to like LeBron. You like again.
He's still playing.
He's still playing. He's like 21 seasons in, so it's like
and his kids are playing.
His kids are playing at least college ball.
College ball. Yeah. Can you imagine
college and high school?
Can you imagine you're a pro player and your kids are playing college?
That speaks more to like me, like that's the longevity of it. Like Vince Carter played 21 seasons, but you're not gonna look at Vince Carter and be like, well, Vince Carter, you say he's the greatest dunker of all time, so he has that, arm and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's just where it comes to do you prefer longevity or do you prefer impact? Because I don't think LeBron James had made the impact
that Michael has,
or even Kobe.
Or even Kobe too. Yeah.
I mean, impact of it.
Yeah, when you speaking of the GOAT, you can't leave Kobe out.
Mm-mm.
And another person is Kareem.
Kareem, yeah, that's where you look at from the standpoint, like say with the bigs, so you can look at what's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You say he was the greatest center of all time, because he's so long. But then Kareem, Kareem, he also has. How many games did he lose in college? I don't think he lost too many, maybe one or two.
Yeah, when he was was he in UCLA?
Yeah. They didn't lose. He say he won. He at least could say he won on every single level that he played at.
Yes.
And was a contributing factor.
Yes.
Whereas other people, where Hakeem did he what college did he go to?
Oh, he went to UCLA. Huh?
Hakeem Olajuwon?
Oh, Hakeem. I forgot exactly what college he went to. I think he went to. Oh man, I forgot. But that was my man right there.
Yeah.
That was what did he win? Like 3 rings? Was it 2?
He won 2 rings.
Was it 2?
He won they won 2 rings when those were the 2 years that Jordan retired from the Bulls.
Right. Because I remember up until that point, he was the man, but he just couldn't.
But see, that's the other thing too. Like with Jordan made sure that once he started winning, nobody else was winning when he was winning and stuff like that. It's you're gonna have to wait till I'm gone.
Right.
Whereas opposed to LeBron, he has 5 rings.
Right.
Right. But when you go to the NBA Finals 11 times, you let somebody win. So you let somebody now. Now it's up for debate. So now it's Curry. And we were talking about same eras. Who's the best basketball player in the world right now? Now you have that debate between is it LeBron or Curry? Is it LeBron or Kevin Durant? Just giving people that option to do it. Jordan, there's nobody in Jordan's era who you're going to compare and be maybe just because he's I'm not going to give you a chance to compare me to anybody.
And that's kind of like how Joe Montana for the 49ers in football when he was playing, because that's kind of the thing with him and what's the other quarterback supposed to be the GOAT?
Brady?
The guy named Brady.
Tom Brady?
Yeah, the guy named Tom Brady. Yeah, he is. He's good. I got to give Tom Brady, his props, But Joe Montana, if you look at, his career and everything, he basically when he started winning, like you were saying, winning championships, he basically didn't stop. You know what I mean? And to me, on that same, looking at it from that same perspective, is to me, Joe Montana is better than Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Although Tom Brady, like we were saying before, he's been in the league a lot longer.
Yeah.
But as far as impact, Joe Montana, man, that was the man right there. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't think you see too many people I don't follow football anyways, but I don't follow football, but I don't see too many people going up and be patterning their game after Tom Brady. You know what I mean? You definitely see more people pattern, especially if we're talking about quarterbacks nowadays, which is weird. You would think that they'd be okay, well, Tom Brady, this is the GOAT.
Yeah.
But he just didn't have that cultural impact on football to where people could be all right, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
But you could though, because a lot of time Brady's stuff is not like he's not like the long ball like quarterback where he's just gonna throw it long. He's like in the pocket, 5 yards, like 10 yards, just real like exact and stuff like that, which is the way you would think you would want people to pattern their game after. But you see a lot of them now, they're more like that Michael Vick running gun type, or Peyton Manning, where we're just gonna chuck it down the field and see where it goes.
Right. Or Colin Kaepernick.
Well, yeah, no. They wish they could, but Colin, that would get them kicked out the league. I wish. That's what turned me off from football.
Really?
Because I was never a fan of football, anyways.
Okay.
But then just seeing with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, I was just.
Oh yeah, that was craziness, man. That was craziness. But I think people are trying. I think they are comparing, quarterbacks to Brady now, as because before they probably, I don't think that they really was. But now, since he's been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and everything, I think they noticed that he has set that standard. He set the standard and everything. So. But yeah, man. But going back to Mike, man. I think Mike is undisputable the GOAT. Between him and Prince, man. It's almost like a goat had twins.
Like a farm, it's like a goat farm. It's just a farm full of the goats.
Yeah, it's like a goat. A female goat had twins. Yeah, and both of them was the goat. You know what I'm saying? Because you can compare them and look at different things. The only thing about like with Prince to me, I think was kind of more musician shit with Prince, because he played whatever drums, guitar, So as far as artist, musician overall, I had to get that part to Prince, but just kind of overall, man, entertainer. Michael was so if he wasn't the GOAT, he was like one of the GOATs. Between him and Prince and everything. So, but yeah, man, rest in peace, MJ. You know what I'm saying? And now, what was as far as music videos, what was Michael Jackson? What was one of Michael Jackson's? What was Michael Jackson's music video that you liked the most? Would you say?
I would say Thriller. I was too young to like when Thriller came out, I was like, oh, this is some scary shit.
Yeah.
I would say probably the one that stuck out to me the most, especially when I was younger, was. It was either Do You Remember the Time or Black and White. Just because you would see all those faces just change to different, like, people was like, what the fuck is this?
Right, yeah, that was pretty wild video. Pretty innovative. But to me, you mentioned it, Remember the Times. That's my favorite, all-time favorite video, period, actually.
First off, the cameos in it, just for like the people you had at the time. I mean, you had John Singleton directing it, Eddie Murphy in there, you had Magic Johnson. A lot of people.
Iman, what's her name? Iman.
Yeah, Iman. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, she played the. There was like Akhenaten and Nefertiti. Yeah. And she played, I guess, like a Nefertiti character. In the film. So yeah, it was tons of you had Debo was in it. So you had a lot of characters, and that was like kind of the first time you saw Egypt as all black characters. Yeah,
being represented correctly.
Like when it was Kemet, because before it was Egypt, it was Kemet, and there wasn't no.
And before that, was it Kush? When was Kush?
Yeah, Kush was that was like kind of before Kemet, actually, because Kush kind of like born, Kemet was born out of Kush in a sense, and that was kind of like the Sudan, Sudan area, and everything, that the whole Nile Valley, So and that's what, you know, Michael really wanted to capture that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wanted to capture, you know, that time, a period of time when when we were kings and queens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like, I know a lot of people, a lot of younger people hear that and it's like, oh, when we was kings and queens, and they're like, wonder when the hell were we kings and queens? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really get a lot of that history in our, you know, in the schools, and it should be. I think every school, elementary school, when it started maybe from the 5th grade, when you know start getting into social studies, they should learn about the Nile Valley civilization.
Yeah,
because that's what birthed human civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Was that, and that's when black people, you know what I'm saying, actually ruled, because you didn't have any invaders at that time.
Yeah.
You know, when we hear about Egypt, we hear, you know, we think Greeks,
Cleopatra, the Moors, and all that type
yeah,
of stuff.
the
People
Persians.
just it's like we're like people invading Egypt just to follow the, but it's not like they changed, like, you know, the religion or the practices of Egypt. They're like,
right.
we're coming to Egypt, but we're just going to acclimate ourselves to what y'all got going on, because y'all popping right now.
Yeah, because
what
y'all doing? Y'all the ballers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but we gonna take over.
We're gonna pretend culture vultures. That's what we call them, culture vultures.
Culture vultures, and that's exactly what they did, man. They came in and you know was player hating, and you know, and then they start copying our stuff, man. So, but anyway, you know, but yeah, Kemet, man, that was during the time, and you know that we ruled.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ruled the world, and like I said, there was no invasions or anything at the time, so it was all us. You know, just like Los Angeles used to be.
Mm.
You know, like you know, Compton and all that. Used to be just black people, but now you got a little bit of everything in Compton.
They gentrifying it. They're kicking everybody out.
Yeah, you know, it's like Oakland too. You know,
Oakland, San Francisco, same way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, so it's kind of the same thing. You know, but you know, Michael wanted to capture that, and he did. And that's, you know, that's one of my favorite videos, man. You know, and as a filmmaker, you know, that's kind of the stories that I want to tell too. With, you know, Bonita Entertainment Studios. You know, I want to tell those stories, man. You know, and you know, so people can like get a real feel of, you know, history. You know what I'm saying? Because what Hollywood has done, you know, they've been, you know, they whitewashed it. You know, I'm sorry to say that, but you know, and I shouldn't be sorry to say. I'll take it back, man. I don't apologize.
Yeah, we don't apologize.
I don't apologize for it, man. You know, they whitewashed. You know, Cleopatra. You know, was Elizabeth Taylor. You know, and they was even talking about having Kim Kardashian to play Cleopatra, you know, at some point, you know. So I'm like, man, y'all tripping.
I don't see it.
You know, y'all tripping, man. So, but anyway, we got somebody else, man, that's part of our show, Me Ma Jenkins. But yeah, we only have like 3 more minutes, so we're gonna, you know, go ahead and wrap this up. And we just want to, you know, let you guys know that this is our first episode.
What's really going on? What's really going on?
What's really going on? So you got your boy Tony Washington with Bonita Entertainment Studios,
Mr. Buddy Rahming with funny business comedy, man. Y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. You go Funny Bidness, and that's funny with the Bidness, BIDNESS, and then you can follow me at Buddy ENT. On all social media platforms. So holla at your boy.
Yes, sir. And Buddy has a show coming up September the 9th.
Yeah, man. September the 9th, the show, Funny Bidness, late night comedy, live from the Uli Theater in Sacramento, California. That's gonna be a really fun show. I'm excited for that. We got Johnny Taylor headline.
Not the singer.
Not the singer.
Yeah.
Not the singer. No.
Yeah, he's dead anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, this other could be. He's just dead on the inside and shit.
Yeah.
No,
so it ain't gonna be no what they call it, the virtual.
No AI, no hologram.
No hologram and all that. So
no, but this is the show is live streamed. So that means if people want to, they could get their tickets. They could get tickets if you can't make it, you know, to the actual venue to watch this show because it's an intimate venue. It's only about 35 people it fits.
Okay.
So yeah, if you can't like make it to the actual venue, we do have the live stream set up where you could buy tickets. You could just have a big old watch party with your family and stuff like that. Kind of like how we did during the quarantine with like verses and all that stuff. You just sit down, pop up your phone, you're like, all right, let's listen to some funny business comedy.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, got that coming up here really soon. Today is the
Today's the 30th, so
the 30th.
Next Saturday.
So next Saturday.
Next Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Late night comedy.
Late night comedy, and it starts at what 10:30.
It starts at 10:30, and this is BYOB. By the way, bring your own, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? As long as it don't stink up the place, you know. BYOB. Yeah, clean up after yourselves. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's one of the many shows that that we're about to together we're doing with this Bonita Studios, Funny Business Comedy, and Crown North Entertainment. We're coming together and putting these all together, and we got movie projects coming too. Pretty soon that we're shooting here in Stockton, California. And this whole, Central Valley thing, we got that little Central Valley thing going on, Central Valley Bay Area thing going on here in Northern California. But we represent Cali, you know what I'm saying? We represent Cali. We represent the whole world, but, we doing our thing here in Cali, you know what I'm saying? So on that note, we're going to wrap it up. And any final words?
No, man, like I said, just get your tickets for the Uli Theater at emhboxoffice.com, or you could also get the tickets for like live in the theater at Eventbrite. So one of those two would be good. And phone's about to log out in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we out.